Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nomadon. I'm basically going to be doing a commentary for you guys over some Halo 4 footage. I figured this would be a great opportunity to hop back on, get some more gameplay, and overall, I think it came out to be a very exciting episode. Without further ado, I guess I'll introduce the guys I'm playing with, because I'm sure you guys are familiar with them if you follow the Halo side of my channel. But more or less, I'm going to be playing with Monkey Man, which is a guy I've known for about 3 years now. That's pretty crazy to think you can know somebody for that long. I mean, granted, it's over the internet, so the whole interaction, the whole characterization of their appearance and all that is, to be announced or unknown. But more or less, I get the personality. We build off each other when we play games. I played with him for quite a while in the Call of Duty franchise, followed by the Halo side. I mean, he's a Halo guy, and I'm definitely nowhere near his skill level, but more or less, it's just a great time. We have a lot of fun. So, I'm also playing with a subscriber and his brother. That's pretty common. I told you guys about this previous, and more or less, it was just a great time. We got some gameplays, and you guys will be seeing those over the next couple of days and stuff like that. I'm hoping to hop back on and play with some guys again. If you guys are Halo guys or Battlefield, Call of Duty, you guys are more than welcome to always add my gamer tag. You guys will see it on the video by itself. It should be pretty easy to copy and paste that down on your Xbox Live. But that is completely up to you. That is obviously your perception if you are interested in that kind of gameplay feature. So, anyway, I thought I'd shout that out, give you guys a little bit of information about who I'm playing with and the overall aroma of what can occur if you choose to capitalize on what I told you about. So, with that in mind, guys, I'm going to be talking about a couple of things coming up in the commentary, but first I kind of want to, I guess more or less, announce to you guys, I guess in a good way, my Audio Technica and all that stuff I talked about on Amazon. I think 2 days ago is when the video was uploaded, so if you haven't seen that, you're more than welcome to always go and support whatever videos you guys choose, but I've uploaded every single day, so, if you're a long-term sub, you should know how this goes, hopefully by now. But anyway, the main gist of what I'm trying to get at is a lot of my equipment has been shipped. It'll be here in the coming week. I'm really looking forward to capitalizing on the old things that I talked about yesterday's video. Playthroughs are really something I'm passionate about. I like doing them. I think they're a lot of fun. And they really get to give you guys a little bit more perception about myself. But of course, I do realize that multiplayer is a huge proportion of my channel. So don't worry, I will still be bringing that in full force. I wanted to make sure I disclaim that because I don't want you guys to get the impression that I'm just going to all of a sudden just be like, oh, well, I'm going to go to the playthrough side of YouTube, because one, there's no crowd for that side, and two, your growing rate would be significantly decreased, and that alone brings me to my next topic that I really want to discuss. A lot of you guys are really supportive. I really appreciate everything you guys do on every single video, if it's commenting or rating, favoriting, whatever. I mean, I don't ask for that stuff. Commenting, I like you guys do that because I think it's a good way for me to respond to any questions or concerns you have, to relapse, feedback, stuff like that, but I'm not going to harass you guys about the other givens. But some of you guys do capitalize on that, so it's always appreciated. It definitely does make a significant improvement on my channel, and it allows me to understand what you guys like and maybe what you guys don't like so much. But with that in mind, I really wanted to say that I get a lot of messages a day. Maybe it's through a comment or a personal message asking why I'm not, I guess, growing at an exponential rate or anything like that. And the answer, I guess, is really blatant. I mean, it's not going to be really in-depth. It's just because I don't ask for stuff, That may sound crazy to some of you. That might sound, completely unlogical or maybe unreasonable, but a lot of those guys that you see grow, a lot of the small channels that go from small to medium to large, you go back and you watch their videos, and guess what they're asking for? They're asking for like ratings, they're asking for this, they're asking for you guys to share the video and do all that stuff. And am I, trying to guilt trip you into any of this? No, that's not what I'm trying to get at. If I wanted to do that, I mean, I would have done it long ago. I mean, I wouldn't have just started all of a sudden. But with that in mind, it's just how it is. You look at all those channels, and the only reason they grow so fast is because they get common ratings. They don't release another video until they reach X amount of, we'll say, likes or favorites or whatever they're really interested in. It can go from different perspectives and different things. Now, I do know that the new YouTube layout kind of defeats that purpose a little bit, but that logic is still there. YouTube has been that way for, well, ever. I mean, it's always been that way. It's about two things. It's about your tags in your video, and it's about how many ratings you get, or views, if you want to add that in as well. But, I guess the real blatant answer to the question is just because I don't harass you guys about stupid stuff. I mean, it's just not my cup of tea. I mean, if you guys are going to do it, you're going to do it. If not, it's not worth, harassing you guys over, because I think that is just, it's just not my forte, I guess you could say. It's not how I want to perceive it. So I guess that answers your question. I know a lot of you guys send me things saying, like, why aren't you bigger? Did you do something in the past that maybe disproved people or whatever? And I don't think so. I mean, I've never made a debatable conversation or a commentary in which people might look down upon it. I mean, I've had you know, just random people to come by the channel and hate on it for no reason because you beat them in Battlefield or whatever, you know. That's the problem when you do, we'll say YouTube, for example. You know, you don't want to post your YouTube link, especially in like a Call of Duty sense. You don't want to have that as your image because people, they're a little psychologically unstable, let's put it that way. Sometimes there's the common guy out there that's a little jealous of whatever happens. And, you know, if you have it in your gamer tag, description, bio thing, that can also lead to problems. PlayStation, I don't think you guys have that problem because I think, if I'm correct, unless they've changed the logic on that, I think you can only see messages and that kind of stuff if you're added to somebody, but, you know, don't quote me exactly to that. It's been a long time since I've been on that platform, so, you know, I do apologize about that if that is inaccurate. But, needless to say the least, that's kind of just how it is. I mean, that's kind of how the YouTube goes. I mean, that's just more or less the formula for, I want to say success, but that's not, that's kind of like a blindfolded statement. But, you know, that's just the way you grow, I guess you could say. So that's why you see a lot of like small channels that are constantly asking for stuff, and, you know, they're bribing their subscribers or trying to get whatever by doing like, you know, giveaways and stuff like that that are defeating the purpose when they're asking for centralized objects instead of, you know, a community coming together. And that's just kind of how it is. I mean, it's always been that way. This is nothing that should be new to you unless you're new to YouTube, and maybe I'm your only guy that you watch, I don't know. But I'm sure a lot of you guys go through this. You know, I'm sure you guys hear that like rating thing every single day. I mean, I'm sure and almost positive that you've all heard it. So with that in mind, I don't know why I turned into a rant in this conversation, but I wanted to express it in a little bit more of an independent way and allow you guys to understand. Maybe that's kind of the logic that goes behind YouTube. That's kind of just how it is. It's always been that way, and it's not really anything that I imagine will change within YouTube's probably lifetime. So I don't know, I thought I'd let you guys know what's going on, and more nor less, I guess I'm just really excited for the week coming up. I mean, granted, you know, classes do start for everyone except for me and a selected few that graduated in 2012, but definitely I'm a little, I don't know, weirded out. It's kind of weird not having to go back to school on the 7th, you know, 2013. It's just a little weird. I mean, granted, I'm sure there's people that I know that are already in school. Maybe you're on the horizon. Maybe you started Monday and, you know, whatever. But more or less, you know, classes are starting up again, and that's going to be interesting to see how that works out. I'm going to be a little, like, weirded out the first couple of days because, you know, it's going to be like that notion. It's like, oh, man, I have to wake up in the morning and go to school, and then you're going to kind of wake up and be like, wait, I'm already done with school. Like, what am I all getting ready for? So it's a little weird. You know, I'm really excited that I got to be one of a selected few that graduated early. You know, it's pretty awesome to graduate early, I guess. I mean, it can have its pros and cons, definitely, but more or less, I'm really excited that I, you know, pushed through the last couple of weeks and did what I was supposed to do. And if you guys are seniors as well, maybe you're on the horizon of becoming upperclassmen, I'm not sure. But, you know, graduating midterm is something to take into consideration. I mean, if you are somebody that's not getting a full ride to college, then I would highly recommend not doing it. I'm not getting a full ride, but I'm also not going to a 4-year, so, you know, there is complications and different inevitables that you kind of have to look into and kind of account for. But more or less, you know, I'm pretty pleased with how everything's went this year. And, you know, maybe I'll make another commentary later today, and I'll allow you guys to understand a few other things. But this is NMO signing off. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.